Welcome to Kits and Wagers, aka Vacation and Wagers. I am Adam Zdroik, joined by Chris, Owen, Chris. We just had the World Cup draw. I guess I don't want to say give us your initial impressions because I don't know, you could say a lot of stuff, but I guess this Group B here, we got United States, England, Iran, and then we're going to have Wales, Scotland, Ukraine. What are your thoughts on this group? Currently doing the show, it's the only group that has odds out. So give us your thoughts.
Where do I get the USA to top Group B odds? That's really what I'm after. England football's not coming home. We get back in the World Cup. I'm feeling confident. I'm feeling loose. I like this team. We got about 8-ish months to work on a little bit of the continuity, a little bit of how we're playing as Adam flexes his vacation setup. There's the pool. Looks like he's down in Mexico. But, feeling good, feeling great. Like this, I'm so pumped to be back in the World Cup. And also, aside from that, there's some huge we got a little Tecate. This is the first ever Tecate on the podcast, freshly open. Evidently, Adam is also feeling confident and happy to see the World Cup draw happen this morning. What's your initial take here? As a smooth beer goes down the gullet.
Hey, I'm off the clock right now, so I can do whatever I want here. But initial thoughts is Group A looks super easy, but as you said, plus 700 you can get in the United States to take Group B. I think I just said that wrong. Group A looks easy, just with Netherlands in there and Qatar, of course. Those groups are always tend to be the easy ones with the host country just getting also somewhat favorable Ecuador and Senegal. So just World Cup really. I just looked at these groups before everything started, and we got April 1st today, so we got some time to talk about this. We're probably gonna discuss this maybe over the summer, try and get some content then, and then once because it's gonna be quick. After we're going to get the Premier League break at the end of November or something leading up to the World Cup. So it's going to be
probably
quick
end of October.
Yeah. Well, between end of league play and World Cup starting, it'll be a quick transition there. So we'll probably do something in the summer. But that's a couple months away. So, but we got Gameweek 31. Are you wearing a kit? I do not have a kit. I just got the RotoWire kit going for myself.
I got the United States soccer crew neck on. Had to whip it out. I'm mostly pumped to see what kind of new like kits, new training tops come out, so I can get a little something new. I haven't bought anything United States related since they missed out on the last World Cup, so prepare to give my money back to Nike.
Yeah, if you've been following Chris on Twitter, he's been very excited. CHRON8 on Twitter. He's been very excited about United States getting back into it. Because, man, it's, the last World Cup without the United States was kind of weird. Just not having, like, your home country be in the World Cup is kind of a weird thing. But we at least got the United States back, even though most of the people we're talking about in the Premier League are not on the United States team, so that doesn't really matter. But
imagine being nauseous for 4 years. That's how I felt. Anyways, enough about the World Cup. One more thing here. The winner odds are out. Brazil's the biggest favorite, but a couple interesting ones I thought would be worth noting is Germany at plus 1,000, and then Belgium and Netherlands at plus 1,200. Three teams who are really strong at plus 1,000 odds. You put a decent chunk down, and you could return, maybe your mortgage.
Yeah, shout out to Chris Robinson here. I put his comment up. Call me a champ. Just putting out content on vacation. That's just what RotoWire does. It's what we do.
Yep.
We're giving content to the people. I know I wasn't on the DraftKings podcast. That was earlier today. AJ took my spot, but we're doing betting here. I already wrote the article, so rotowire.com. Check out that article. It's maybe a little more in depth than some of the stuff we're talking about here. I'm a mango colada in, and I just started a Tecate, so we'll see what kind of information I can get. But maybe Chris will be able to help a little more. But yeah, this first match we're going.
Thus implying that I haven't. up before. But yeah, we're just gonna keep it pretty brief so that Adam can get back to those mango coladas, and I can get back to work here. Yeah, we got two matches. We're gonna discuss two Saturday matches here. A couple big ones. We got Leeds, Southampton, and then Manchester United, Leicester City. I don't know if you have the odds. You do have the odds pulled up here, and
Yeah, we got Leeds are plus 140 to win, Southampton plus 185, and then you can get the draw at plus 250. As for the over/under, I do not have those up because I'm looking at the World Cup odds right now. But just initial thoughts here: Rafinha should be back after the international break. That's probably the main question for Leeds. Southampton overall, they're pretty healthy, but they were struggling going into the break, so they got a couple of weeks off, and maybe they'll be healthy. Maybe they'll be revived. I don't know. They were really bad just before the break. So what are your thoughts here going into this one?
Yeah, they're two teams who have they're kind of going a little bit of opposite directions. We've seen Leeds win their last two matches. I think one was 1-0 and then another was 3-2. So it's a couple big matches for Jesse Marsch after coming in as the new manager, following up kind of like a club legend. So I'm intrigued to see if they can keep it a little tighter at the back. You know, obviously that's been their biggest concern this season, Southampton. On the other hand, super dangerous off a set piece is Jan Ford-Prowse, one of the better free kick takers in the Premier League. So I'm a little intrigued by that, but I think overall this should be one of the more entertaining matches, just given how both teams play. As I take a look at it, you can't really get great odds on a double chance or anything like that, but you got the over 2.5 is minus 155, so not a ton of value there. You'd have to go up to over 3.5 at plus 165 to get plus odds. Something I could definitely see happening, but still pretty high amount of goals to take it. The under 2.5 is plus 125, so we'll see how both teams come out. But yeah, Rafinha not in the lineup. If he's not in the lineup, then I'm definitely feel a little bit more confident in Southampton. We'll see what happens with a short turnaround following the international break, and then.
I'm pretty sure he's fine. He just had COVID before
Okay.
the break, and then because of COVID, he didn't play with Brazil. I don't
Okay,
think he wasn't needed over the break for Brazil, so I'm pretty sure he's fine.
Okay, so he's had a full opportunity to probably relax, get fit. So that definitely helps. The biggest news probably though is Patrick Bamford. He hasn't really played a role this season because he's been hurt pretty much the whole season, but ruptured his plantar fascia, if I'm saying that correctly, and he's out for 6 weeks. So do not bank on him. Leeds are going to have to get it done with Rafinha and then a blend of like Rodrigo, Dan James, and a couple other players. So they're going to be missing, as they have been, their striker. So I think Southampton, this would probably be my bet here if I had to go any of them. But the Leeds odds are playing at home plus 140, Southampton plus 185. If you want to do a draw no bet, you can get Leeds at a reasonable minus 135, and then Southampton's still at plus odds. So pretty big ask for Southampton to go to Leeds and win this one, but plus 110 odds, worth a consideration.
Yeah, so I was looking through DraftKings. I don't know if they've always had card props and card betting, but maybe I just haven't been looking hard enough, or not. Just not looking for card bets. But like you can bet on red and yellow cards at DraftKings now. And that's something they added. Maybe I didn't look at it before, but I'm looking at here. You can get like players to have 2 or more shots on target. You can get James Ward-Prowse at plus 600. So maybe like he gets a couple, set pieces within 25 or however many yards, and he'll get a couple of shots on target right there. Plus 600, not the worst odds. Jack Harrison's plus 500 in that same match, but I think I do like goals in this game just because of the way Southampton have been playing defensively. Maybe they're gonna just play opposite of how they've looked. Over 2.5 is minus 155, so that one's kind of difficult. So you'd have to be going a little higher. Over 3.5 plus 165. So you could look at that. I'm not sure I like either side. Again, I mean, you could bank on Leeds against how bad Southampton have been. but I always like the both teams to score no draw. That was plus 125 in this. So like you're looking for a 2-1 result. It's if you like the over but don't want to take over 3.5, that's probably. I feel like the last time I mentioned that in the show, it might have been one of my best bets. Like it was an Aston Villa game. It ended 3-4-0. I think it did. Southampton didn't score in that match, so maybe I'm a little tentative on taking Southampton. Both teams to score no draw, but it's an option out there.
Yeah, is going back to that shot, the plus 600 for James Ward-Prowse to take 2 shots. Is that 2 shots or 2 shots on target?
Those are on target odds. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, that's tough. I mean, he's taken 2 shots, at least according to RotoWire, our stats. He's taken 2 shots on target, 1, 2, 3, 4 times this season. So kind of a big ask, but if he does,
That's
he
it.
is able
Come
to.
on.
Yeah, sorry. I just wanted to double check, but I mean, he's taken plenty of shots. But where you get, if there was, if you had like James Ward-Prowse double-digit crosses, then absolutely, I'm taking that one. But yeah, tougher. Might be tough for him to do that against Leeds.
No shots on target in the last 4. I guess that kind of relates to Southampton's struggles. So
yeah, they've been Whereas Leeds had dropped like however many matches in a row before Marcelo left, and then Southampton on the other side had been playing well. And now they've dropped, I think, 4 straight, including an FA Cup match to Manchester City. So they're not in great form. Leeds coming off 2 wins, but I'm sure they're kind of regretting that the international break came when it did after they had just won 2 consecutive matches. Hopefully, we'll see if they can get back into a little bit of rhythm after those results.
Yeah. Next match we got Manchester United, Leicester. That one's also Saturday. It's the standalone Saturday match, I believe. Yes. We got Manchester United. They are home minus 200 to win, and then Leicester are plus 500. Draw is plus 360. And as for the goals, we can get over 2.5 goals, minus 180. So over 3.5 is plus 135. And then if you want under 2.5, that's plus 145. So do you think Manchester United in this spot minus 200? You think they're going to win? Or, I mean, Leicester, let me remember here. I'm weekend vacation, but I believe Wesley Fofana came back before the break, and Johnny Evans is also back. So I think like their 2 best center backs are available. So, and then you got Soyuncu in there as well. So for the first time in a long time, Leicester has some, versatility on the back line, and that's a massive boost. I don't think there's any other way to put it. And this is probably the healthiest they've been all season, minus Wilfred and Ndidi I believe he's out for the season now. So, I mean, outside of that, Leicester, I guess outside of Jamie Vardy too, but otherwise right. Leicester are pretty solid. And as for Manchester United, just an inconsistent side. So what do you think going into this one?
Yeah, I would opt for more goals here than less goals. Both teams, Leicester, they were 1-2-1 to Brentford last match. 3 goals total in that match. Part of that 2 goals against Arsenal, and then Leeds actually beat 1-0. But Manchester United, on the other hand, they won that match 3-2 against Tottenham in their previous Premier League match, and then lost 4-1 to Manchester City. So I think, given both styles of play here, I think that I would expect a few more goals in this one. I would need to double check here the total goals, but I would think that you might be able to find a slight bit of value there. You have to go to 3.5, over 3.5 to get plus odds, which is intriguing, but plus 135. Not, if it was maybe like plus 160, then you get a little bit better there. But I definitely don't think I would bet the under 2.5 at plus 145. So if I was going to go with one, it'd be that over 3.5.
Yeah. So before we actually no, I'll respond to that. I do like the under. I like the under 2.5 goals. Plus 145. But like I said, the Leicester guys, I think they're just going to want to get at least a point from this match. Is kind of how they feel about it. And for the most part, I mean, there's been matchups where Manchester United, the games have been higher scoring, but they've been a little more offensive. I mean, it's the fact that they're more defensive under Ragnick than Solskjaer. So I think that'll come into play here. And while you look at these teams and you think goals because Leicester's in here, like Leicester's getting back their two best center backs. We'll see if they start. And Dini's out, but like Tielemans, Mendy. I think this will be a more defensive match. This is a match that could be 3-2 or it could be scoreless. We've seen this, many times this season, but I like the under in this one. Before we get further, do you have any preferences on what I'm getting for lunch here? We can do some tacos, ceviche, guacamole. This is my last day in Mexico. I'm flying back tomorrow. So what are we thinking here? Some fish tacos, octopus tacos? Probably not. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, I think given that we're vacationing wagers this week,
shrimp tacos.
I think you got to treat yourself. I think ceviche always, whenever it's an opportunity, anytime you can get ceviche, unless it's like, I think you got to go with ceviche. Like that's not something you just like pull up, just pulling up to the store to grab some ceviche. You're like, all right, I'm down here in Mexico. I got to get some ceviche. So maybe a little appetizer, then you follow it up with like some carne asada tacos or something like that. I think that would be a really power play. Toss a couple more tecates in there, and you're off to the races.
Oh yeah, we got free tecates in the room. This is all inclusive. That's how
right.
we do it.
Right.
So, but okay, yeah. I was just getting some text from the boss, so I had to respond. The boss, this is my wife. Sorry, not the boss.
Yeah.
But
Adam is the boss at RotoWire, so
I just gotta get that menu order in for lunch here.
Yeah,
but
tell her ceviche and like some tacos.
Yeah, I got an order of shrimp ceviche, so I think we're good here.
Cool, ceviche and wagers this week.
Ceviche and wagers. So we can talk a couple Saturday matches. Does anything stand out to you for Sunday? West Ham against Everton, Spurs against Newcastle. Anything that fancies your eye, I guess?
Aside from I might go for a bike ride during these games, not really. I think it's going to be huge for for West Ham if they're at minus 125 at home, which is like honestly a consideration. But Everton are up against it right now, sitting in 17th place. They do have a couple of games in hand, I believe. Them and Burnley are on 27 matches played. So this is this is pretty big for them, where they need to get a result. And then Tottenham, who have actually, I think they won 3 straight, playing pretty well. Whereas Newcastle had kind of gotten a pretty big bounce after Eddie Howe joined, but lately have been losing a couple matches. So I'm intrigued if Tottenham can keep up their form that they've been in and continue to push for us. I think they're in the Europa League place right now. So if they fulfill those minus 195 odds at home, they'll be in another good position to play some European football still.
Yeah, I keep it looks like Dubravka is good, but Newcastle, they got the couple losses. They've been playing really well under Howe, but Tottenham are in form. I'd consider something like Newcastle +1, but just because of Tottenham's form, I'd maybe stay away from that one. As for the other one, like West Ham haven't been playing the best. I wonder if Everton will maybe only just play for a point here. Just a difficult away match it's Frank Lampard, so this game just could get out of hand where you see 5 or 6 goals kind of a thing. So
yeah, Adam. Quick question for you before we round out with our best bets, and then you get to the ceviche. We're talking these 2 Sunday matches. I love a double chance bet. You just open yourself up to more opportunity there with the draw or the win. Both of these away teams have plus odds on the double chance. We've got Everton at plus 105 against West Ham, whereas we have Newcastle at plus 165 traveling to Tottenham. Of the 2, which one would you rather go with?
All right. Tottenham are playing really well. I think I'd just go. You're getting worse odds with Everton, though. That's the thing. Tottenham are playing better than West Ham, and it doesn't seem like Jared Bowen's going to be back in the starting 11, so that's an issue there. I don't know if I want to bet Everton now. I guess just because of that, I'll just say Newcastle. They're like, you can't deny that they are playing well, even though they're coming off a couple losses. So I'll take that route and hope that Tottenham just don't continue scoring 2-3 goals every match, kind of thing. I think this will be like, it'll be a game where like either side could win 1-0. I guess I'll say, and I think that includes Newcastle winning 1-0. It's just like kind of the way they've been playing. So I think that's kind of where it will go.
That's fair.
Okay, best bet time. You want me to go, or are you taking this? Should we end with the Mexican best bets, or? I got a parlay, so I think maybe let's end on a parlay.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Well, really put me in a spot here, but I've been going between two bets. I think. What's that?
You want me to pick?
No. I'm just going to explain the two bets that I've been going. Yeah. Actually, let's have you pick. First bet that I'm looking at is Wolverhampton at home against Aston Villa. They're plus 205, which is like pretty supreme odds. I don't know why Aston Villa are favored playing away at Wolves, especially a team that like Wolves who have been, pretty solid all season. They're probably mid-table, 20 points out of 15 matches played at home. Or would you rather go with Leicester City double chance at plus 165? They're playing Manchester United.
What is the you want Wolves to win at plus 200?
Yeah, just straight up Wolves plus 205 or Leicester City double chance at plus 165.
Well, my bet for this Wolves Villa game is no on both teams to score. So the thing with Wolves is that Raul Jimenez is suspended and Ruben Neves is out. So you basically have their best forward and I'll say their best midfielder out for this game. Because of that, I think that's probably why the odds look like that. So, and based off what I said with Leicester earlier, I'd go with the Leicester route here.
Okay. Leicester City double chance plus 165, lock it in. Also, I'm going to note that I over the international break, I had a plus 1,300 parlay on the U.S. men's national team. So I'm feeling pretty confident. And, I'm going to go with Leicester City plus 165 double chance. Now let us hear your parlay, and let's get you to that ceviche and a couple more tecates.
This is a real simple parlay here. The odds just changed, unfortunately. It looks like they've been just kind of, I don't know. I'm in Mexico, so maybe there's just a delay on the DraftKings Sportsbook here, but looks like it's worse odds than when we started the show. But we got.
Promise me.
I'm just going to put in the Liverpool, Chelsea, Manchester City money lines, all three of those teams to win. Currently, it's minus 109. When I wrote the article, it was minus 130. Before the show, I think I saw plus odds, so it seems to be moving around a little bit. But we got Liverpool home against Watford. I think that's a win. Chelsea home against Brentford. Not the safest of the trio, but Chelsea home. Brentford, iffy away side, I'll still stick with that. And then Manchester City, I wrote this article a week ago, but there's a crazy stat. I think they've, maybe I didn't even write about it, but they've outscored them like 40-2. Manchester City have outscored Burnley about 40-2 in the last 9 matches, I want to say. Something like that. So, yeah. You
take the favorites.
Three favorites. You're getting minus 109 odds. That's good enough for me. So let's just take the favorites. I'll take the easy route, and let's get this three-way parlay in there.
All right, lock it in. Adam, thanks for joining us on your day off, man. I mean, your week off. Like, the guy's just been pumping content out for the past couple of weeks, whether it's soccer or March Madness. You find the guy on the internet and he's putting something out.
Yeah, unfortunately, end of my vacation, but this is the beginning of the rest. No, this is the beginning of the business End of the
End
season.
of the season. Yes. Let's get it.
Business end of the season. Business end of Kits and Wagers here. Chris took Leicester City. I think it was plus 165 double chance. I took a three-way parlay between Chelsea, Manchester City, and Liverpool. Those odds are going up and down. Hopefully they're around even odds when you check that out. But thanks for listening. Make sure to like and subscribe, all that good stuff. Chris, you can see his Twitter handle if you're watching on YouTube or Twitter. We got at CHR Owen 8. I am at Roto Zdroik. Chris, thanks for joining me, and let's say goodbye one last time. We got this nice. We got the sun. It's 88 degrees out. It's freezing back in Michigan where I live. So, well, everyone just safe travels for me tomorrow, and hopefully I'm not too cold when I get off the plane and like a cut-off shirt and shorts and sandals, but we'll see it.
Thanks, Adam.
Yes,
enjoy the Tecates.
Yes, for sure. We'll see everyone next week. We got more Champions League, so see everyone then.
Cheers.